right, everybody, let's get up our chop builders. Choose your option. I'm going to be playing 3A right now. Okay, ready? 1, 2, chop builders. 1, 2, ready? All right, folks. Remington, F Remington, start letter A. Good breath, right? Every 4 measures. 1, 2, ready? Chop builders, please. Howdy ho, neighborinos. It is time for a rhythm. Let's get started. We have chart 8, line 9, the very last line on chart 8. We have been going over ties for the last couple weeks. Couple reminders. So we have a quarter note tied to an 8th note. So that is 1 beat plus half a beat equals 1.5 beats, right? Let me break this down for you, right? We have essentially, if we had 4 8th notes here, right, we had 3 8th notes tied together. So big 1, a little and, a little 2, a big and, okay? We will review that a little bit more as we go through it. So let's just go ahead and start writing in the counts. I'd like you to notice one thing. Measure 1 and 2 are the same or different? Same. Great job. Okay, so they're the same. Measure 1 and 2 are exactly the same. All right, let's write in the counts to measure 1 and 2. We've got a big 1. We're going to think about a little and here, a little 2 underneath the 8th note, a big and. Then, guess what? It's the same. So what I want you to do is I want you to bracket each one of those rhythms, just like we did last time. Okay, so we have 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and then 1 there. Then you see one more of those. What measure is it in? It's in measure 3. Good, so we go ahead and bracket that rhythm in measure 3, right? Okay, so it's the same thing, we're just displacing it on the beat, right? So big 1, little and, little 2, big and, big 3, little and, little 4, big and. And then once you have that written in, write in the same thing in measure number 2, okay? 1 and 2 and, 3 and 4 and. Okay, good. Pause the video, write that in, make sure you have the brackets in as well, all right? Okay, next measure, measure number 3. We've got a big 1, then we have our bracketed rhythm on beat 2 this time. So 2, little and, little 3, big and, big 4, and then this measure, right, we have a quarter note tied to a quarter note, so you take one quarter note and another quarter note, boom, tie them together, you have a half note, right? Okay, so you have a big 1, little 2, big 3, big 4, okay? All right, here's your pause the video moment. Okay, all right, have the counts all written in, and let's go ahead and start counting it. All right, let's just count the first measure. Ready? 1, 2, first measure, ready, go. 1 and 3 and again. 2, ready and go. 1 and 3 and again. 2, last time, go. 1 and 3 and good. You gotta make sure you get the thinking about the and 2, thinking about the and 4 in your head. Great. Count measure 1 and 2 together since they're the same. 1, 2, measure 1 and 2, count, go. 1 and 3 and 1 and 3 and good. Pause the video, go back and count that again if you have to. If not, let's two it. Two it. Ready? 1, 2, 2 it, ready, go. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Pause the video, do that again if you have to. It's just the same thing 4 times, right? Let's do this. Let's have the flutes and the trombone baritone play E flat, E flat. Trumpets and clarinets play F. And the saxophones, you're gonna play C, okay? Ready? Play it. 1, 2, ready, go. Pause the video, please go back and do that again if you have to. If not, let's go ahead and count this next measure here, measure number 3. 1, 2, count, measure 3, go. 1, 2, and 4, again. 2, measure 3, ready, go. 1, 2, and 4. Are you thinking and 3 in your head? Again, ready, go. 1, 2, and 4. Good. Count measure 3 and 4 together, okay? Measure 4 is just half note, quarter, quarter. Easy. 1, 2, count 3 and 4, go. 1, 2, and 4. 1, 3, 4. Okay, pause the video. Go ahead and do that again if you have to. If not, let's play it. Same note. Same note you just played. Ready? Play 3 and 4. 1, 2, ready, go. I realize we didn't two it, so let's two it. 2, ready, two it, go. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Play it again. 2, play it, same note, go. Okay, good job. If you want a challenge, stick around for a second. I'm going to play the whole thing. If you want a challenge, play the whole thing with me. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. back in the video and redo that if you want to for something a little bit harder. Okay? Great job.
All right. We've done the B flat. We've done the E flat. Now it's time for the concert A flat 5-note pattern. Okay, so you can use your paper in your book or feel free to play along with just the music on this video. And we're going to go step by step through this on the flute, the clarinet, and the saxophone. So first step is the flute. Let's look. When we did the B flat scale, we had 2 flats, part of the 2 flat club. And we talked about you look at your 4th note, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is an E flat, and then we take that over here. Now it's your new 1st note. And then the 4th note of this scale will be the new addition to the key signature. So now you know you have 3 flats, and the first 2 are B flat and E flat. Now we have added A flat. Now if you look, E flat, F, G, A flat. The 4th note is the new flat. So now we take that note, A flat, and now it's going to be our new concert key, concert A flat, and that's our 1st note. So now we have a 4-flat club, B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. Remember, we're spelling Beatgesif. So now the 4th note will change again. You have A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, right? And actually, so if you look, A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat. Only one note in this scale, this 5-note pattern, is not flat, and that's C. So your first note in this one will be A flat, which is thumb, 1, 2, 3, pinky, pinky. A flat, B flat, you're going to use the thumb, like the golf club key, right? Thumb, B flat, thumb, 1, pinky. C is just pinky and 1. D flat's just the pinky. And then finally E flat, thumb, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the right pinky. So let's just hear it. And that's it. So what I want you to do is, I'm going to play it one more time. I want you to letter name it. A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, all the way up and down, and move your fingers, and then go back through, sizzle it, move your fingers, and then finally play it as many times as you need to. You got it right. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, here we go. And there it is, the concert A flat mini scale on the flute. So now let's go ahead and take a trip over to Clarinet Land. I've got my clarinet here. And notice we're going to start up at the top as we did before. Concert B flat, which is your C clarinets, and you see no sharps or flats. There's nothing in the key signature here. C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D, C, all natural. And then we added one more flat, right? The concert E flat is your F. So your first starting note is F. And you have one flat, right? Because F starts like this with that kind of sound. One flat means you're in your F major. So that 4th note changed. We took the 4th note F and made it the 1st note, and then F, G, A, B flat becomes the new note. But then we move that out again. We take this B flat, we come down here, make it our 1st note, and now it's your B flat. And how do we know? If you look at the second to last flat, look at this one here is an E flat. The second to last is B flat. That's the name of your key. B flat major. But it's the concert A flat. So let's see. B flat we know is thumb, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go up to C, D. And then the 4th note is now E flat. So we actually add the side key right here for E flat. So it's B flat, C, D, E flat. And then you pick a bunch of stuff up. Just go to F. Then you bring it back down, everything, thumb 1, 2 side for E flat again, D, C, B flat. Listen to how this sounds. And that's how it works. So now I'm going to do it again, and I want you to sing it. B flat, C, D, E flat, F, then sizzle it, and then finally play it. 2, ready? Okay, now if you already know how to play it, you just play it 3 times, but 3 times is the magic number. All right, oops. Let's put this back in here. Okay, alto sax is the next instrument. So we know in this one we started off with 1 sharp, and we don't actually see that note, but it's an F sharp, but the notes are G, A, B, C, D. Now if we take the fourth note here, C, saxophones, that's your new first note. And then you see nothing in the key signature. We got rid of that F sharp, now it's F natural. So if you look, C, D, E, F natural, right? That's where that came from. And then we take that F natural, we bump it down. Now that's our first note. So now we're in your F, which is concert A flat, and you start on F. Now the fourth note is the note that changes. F, G, A, B flat, because we're in the 1 flat club now. So B gesif, it's just that first one, B. So F, G, A, B flat. So here's how the fingerings work on there. F, you know, thumb 1, 2, 3, 4, G, A, and then it's bis, B flat, and then C. Okay? That's how that works. You just go up to the bis B flat, and I always, when I play this, I move my finger down ahead of time for bis B flat. All right, let's try this. I want you to sing it. And that's an F. So F, G, A, B flat, C. And then you sizzle it, then you do it. 2, 3, go. And that's how that works. Thank you very much. All right, we're here with number 78. With this video, it's going to be a little bit longer because 78 is a little bit more involved. So it's an 8-measure tune. So let's take look at a few things that's going on with it. So let's look first in saxophone land. You see no sharps and flats, so we're talking F naturals. So you have all of this type of note. F natural, thumb 1, 2, 3, 5 for the high ones. But then there are a few accidentals that we throw in there. So look, we have C, C, E, E, D, E, F, E, D. And that's fine, right? But then we bring it back down. B, B, A, G, A, G. What's that? Zoom that in. F sharp, right? So when we play down here, we have an accidental, and that's an F sharp. So the special thing about that, accidentals are like a coupon. They're good for the whole measure. So say I had like 5 F sharps here, and I just marked the first one F sharp, then all of them are F sharp. Except once I hit the bar line, once I get here, and I'm forced to go on to the next measure, it resets back to the key signature, whatever the key signature said. So in this case, key signature says, oh, it's F natural. So throughout the whole piece of music, it is F natural. So like here, it's F natural. Here, it's still F natural, even though we don't play one. But then when we get here, it becomes F sharp because all of a sudden it's in that measure with that. Okay, so then we're going to zoom out. Let's go to the next set of measures. C, C, E, E, D, E. It's regular F natural here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in your thumb. Da, da. Right? And then E, C, D, B, C. Right, yep, C. So no big deal. So you have a couple F naturals are the normal note that you're going to use for this, except at that point it's going to be F sharp, just in measure 4. Clarinet's similar function. You see in your key signature you have this going on here, you have 1 flat, and that's a B flat. Now, this note that we learned all the way up here, G, A, B flat, so it's 4, 5, and 6. You hold those down, G, A, B flat, right? So you go, G is 4, 5, 6, and then on A, you add the A key, and then on B flat, you add the register, but you keep that 4, 5, 6 down, right? So it's B flat there, but if we go forward, E, E, D, C, D, C, B natural, for just that one measure, the same as it was for saxes with F sharp. For that one measure, it's going to be B natural for you. And so that measure, instead of being thumb 1, 2, 3, 4, which we learned, of course, the other day, it's not that. It's not that according to the key signature it is, but for this one instance, it's this, okay, for that measure. So let me be clear. The key signature, which is the area between the treble, clef, and your time signature, is like a coupon that's good for the whole song. Right, so this is saying for the whole song, I want you to play all Bs, whether they're on the 3rd line, way up here, or way down below. I want them all to be flat. But in this case, it's saying, no, for this measure, until you get to the glorious bar line at the end of the measure, you know, right here, till you get there, it's going to remain B natural. Okay? So we're going to take this through. We're going to count a couple measures at a time, go through technique a couple measures at a time, and we'll go from there. Let's look at the first two measures. Let's just break down the counting. Okay? Should be very easy to count. 1, 2, ready, and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3. Now notice right here, these are all slurred, so you only tongue the first note. That's it. All you do is tongue that first note, and then the rest of them you just move the fingers. So it'd be D, 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 right? Now, another thing, you have a mezzo forte, so you start medium loud, but you're going to get forte. But you're going to do what this little picture does. You see this picture? It's a crescendo, meaning you start at this volume, and it obviously gets bigger and wider or farther apart at the end. So it starts right here, and then the second note you're here, then the third note you're here, then the fourth note you're here. It just keeps getting louder. Okay? So if I had to give an example, it would be like this. By the time I get to measure 2, it's forte and I stay there. So once again, it starts medium loud. Each one of those notes gets louder. So the first one is, second one, third one, and the fourth one. It's louder each time. Okay? So let's try sizzling that. Ready? It's C, C, E, E, D, E, F natural with this finger. 2. Ready? And sizzle. And then Clarinet Land, similar. F, F, G, I'm sorry, A, G, A, B flat, A, G. Each note gets louder. That's how that works. Now, once you get to measure 3, you notice there's no change in dynamics. You're going to stay forte. I'll start first on clarinet in this measure since I'm here. E, E, D, C, D, C, B natural, this time with the 5th finger. D, C, that's the trickiest one. D, C, B natural, D, C. Because you got to go from B natural and you pick up 2 fingers and then go to C. So slowly. Those are the fingers on that. Let's try that one more time. Sizzle along both instruments. Get some rep saxophones. 2, 3. And you breathe at the end. So for saxes, similar, exact same rhythm and tonguing, but it's going to go B, B, A, G, F sharp, A, G. Ready? And sizzle. Here we go. So that's the first full phrase. You're only supposed to do those 4 measures in one breath. So I'm going to play this on just my saxophone here. Both instruments play along, and you're going to make this one breath, which means you start mezzo forte, you get up to forte, and then this note should connect to this note. There should be no space in between the clarinet's G and E right here, or the sax's D and B. No space, no breath. Connect them. Ready? These 4 measures. 1, 2, 3. I hope you got a good rep there, clarinets, but here's an example for you. 2, 3. And take a breath. Okay, that's the first half of the song. We're going to move on to the next half. Should be fairly simple. Why? Because look at these 2 measures. C, C, E, E, D, E, F, E, D. You know those 2. And then F, F, A, A, G, A, B flat, A, G. You know those 2. So instead, let's look at the last measure. Sax, it's a whole note C. Clarinet, it's a whole note F. Just play it with me. Both instruments. 2, 3. That's mezzo forte. right? So notice you have 4 more notes, and you're going to decrescendo. Each note gets quieter. Each note, follow the shape. It starts big, and it gets softer as it goes. So in this case, A, F, G, E, F, or for sax is E, C, D, B, C. Okay? That's how that works. So let's do an example there. And also notice one last thing, the tonguing and slurring pattern. It's tongue this note, don't tongue this note. Tongue this note, don't tongue this note. So D, D, D. Here we go. 2. Ready? Clear on that. And you start forte. Start forte. One more time. 2, 3. Okay? And I'll do a saxophone example. Each note gets quieter. E, C, D, B, C. A little over the break. E, C, D, B, C. 2, 3. And it is okay to get a little quieter than mezzo forte there. Not a problem. All right, let's work on a track for the whole thing. You can practice a million times this way. I probably won't scroll it down because I don't have time, but I have it memorized, I think, so we should be okay. But here's the whole tune. 2, ready? That's number 78. This is one of your test offs for the 4th quarter, so please practice it. You need to make sure you get all the notes and rhythms right. That's expected. You have to get those right. You need to really look out for the slurring versus the tonguing. Don't get confused on that. Slur all the notes that need to be slurred, tongue all the notes that need to be tongued. But the final little sugar on top piece is going to be those dynamics. You need to get louder, stay loud, and then get softer at the end. You have to do that to get full points. So, happy practicing. Use this video as many times as you need to do it in order to get this down. Thank you.